Welcome back to the Board and Scale YouTube channel. Today we are back with a classic type of episode that we did once and then forgot to do for a long time. The monthly wrap up. Today we're recording January 2025's monthly wrap up, and we're going to talk about all of the games that we played in January.
At least we're here for the first month of the year.
At least we have this first one for the year, and hopefully we can do 12 more of these. Shouldn't be that bad, right? I'm going to lead this off. Don't mind me looking down. I'm looking at my stats. Little picture here.
BG stats.
BG stats. First of all, if you don't have BG stats, if you don't know about it, get it. It used to be free. Unfortunately, it costs a couple bucks now.
Does it really?
Yes. So they used to have it free with the option in the app to pay.
Mm-hmm. I remember that because
right.
we paid for it, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
After a while of just doing the normal, like the basic stuff. I ended up paying for it.
Worth.
I really like it. It's worth. Very cool. The in-depth statistics are really nice. I just and I usually
He picks on me in my
get on Kenzie
videos
about
for
that. But it is now behind a paywall, I guess. It's just you have to pay for the app. It's fine. I think still only $2.
I think it's grown a lot since we first got it.
It has grown a lot. They have I paid $2 back for when they just added the in-depth stats, and I thought it was really worth it. They have added so much since then.
So much more.
So it's even more worth it now. If you don't have it, please get it. This is not sponsored by BG Stats or whoever makes that, but I really like the app.
The love in our hearts.
Yes. Regardless, one of the new features that they added was an insight highlight graphic. I don't know what they call it.
This is new, isn't it?
This is very new. I think this is within like the last month or maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the image on the screen, but it is this picture where it shows you like a roundup of your stats for whatever time frame that you choose to do. I did it for January because that's what we're here to talk about. That will end my big long rant about how good the BG Stats app is. Anyways, we're going to start, and I'm going to open this back up with the total amount of games that we played. Do you already know this?
I know how many we played. Well, ours are different. You played a little bit more than I did.
So I haven't shared this number with you then.
Is it me and you?
No. This is all plays that I have participated in because
so
I
I'm pretty
have
sure
the
I do know
app.
this
I'm
number.
the one that tracks. So
I know somewhere around
obviously
about
it's every
close.
game I play, but we're going to go into a little bit why she might be close.
38.
30? Wow. 38 plays. Yeah. I have played games 38 times this month.
He missed some, though, so I don't think that that's completely accurate.
It's not completely accurate. I didn't track a couple games that... I tend to not track like party games for some reason. Like that's not a hat. I don't track it because that's just like a fun, pull it out for 5 minutes, put it away. I don't feel the need to like track that part
Especially
of it.
because he never wins.
It's not that I never win. It's fine. I win just fine. It's more about the fun we're having and like, cool, let's start the next round or move on to the next game or something. But that's it. 38 plays for the month of January. Part of why she was saying earlier, she didn't get to participate in all of them. But
I was in like 30 of them at least.
in this month of January, which is not typical, me and Kenzie actually played a lot of these games together.
Yeah.
She was really into board games this month, and we had a lot of 2-player days here at the house playing a bunch of big meaty games, one of which, our number one game for January specifically, is SETI. We played SETI 10 times this month. Spoiler alert, it is going to go on our 10 by 10, and we are going to count it as done and completed because we played it 10 times in January. It counts. I'm going to add it on there, even though you might say...
We're probably going to... Okay.
You might say it's cheap because we've already played it 10 times. Still going to do it on there.
I'm going to guesstimate we're going to play this game at least 50 times this year.
50.
Yeah.
That would, I think, it would make it the most played game.
Yeah, because I think our
In our
top one
collection.
right now is Wingspan at 48.
45. Let me check. Oh, wow.
We were 10 off.
Wow. So, our most played game is Wingspan with 58 plays over the years. With last year's plays, I
You
think
only have
SETI
4.
would come right under.
Yeah, we would be at
SETI would
54
come
if we played
right
50 times.
under.
Or we can play it 60 times and make it.
And you know what? Let me do this for the month and find you. Kenzie, of the 38 plays, Kenzie played 26 of them.
What? You played 12 games without me?
Yeah. I mean, 7 were that one day.
What a little butthead. Okay.
We had a day where it was just me and Kevin Dwayne. That's probably 2 more. Anyways, I played 38 games this month. Kenzie played 26 of those games with me.
And 10 of them were SETI.
If you don't know, 38 games is a pretty big month for us. I don't count online plays. I don't even really play online. 1 and 2, we've got kids. You know, we've got busy lives. She has her book stuff that she's got to do. So it's not often we get to really enjoy this hobby this much together. Usually it's 1 or 2 big games at a time, not one game over and over and over and over again.
It's so easy to pull out now, though. Like, we can play it in less than an hour.
Yes, we just know
Usually
this.
2-player.
We just know the game inside and out. And I would like to do a review video on it. And honestly, both of us, now that we both have over 10 plays on it. So hopefully that'll come out soon. Leave a comment if you'd like to see it. Otherwise, we're going to move on. Oh, and so basically our top 3 of the 38 plays was SETI with 10 plays, Harmonies with 3 plays. You may have seen this one be really popular last year.
Yeah, it really popped off later last year.
Yes, and what's funny is I saw this one day and was like, that looks cool. Didn't grab it. Sold out for months after that. And it took me a while to find it. But
so every single time Dwayne or Kev came to the house, one of them had to bring Harmony so that I could play it.
Yeah, because they had it. So Harmonies with 3 plays is number 3, number 2, and then Encyclopedia. And this
is one of my favorite games.
Also 3 plays. So got to hit the table a good amount of times. Let's see. Across those 38 plays, 26 of which were Kenzie, it was 24 different games.
Okay.
H index of 3, that being our top 3, where they had 10, 3, and 3, which I don't know if you care about H index, but that is essentially the marker for like a 10 by 10 challenge, right? You want to hit some kind of 10 by 10 challenge, you
are going to have a 10
get an H index of at least 10. 8 of those games were new to me or Mackenzie, which I played a lot of
Most
new games.
of them were not. I didn't play a lot of the newer ones.
Yeah, it was that day where I played. There was, I think, January 1st on New Year's Day. I went to Black Potion to play some games, and I played 7 games in one day, I'm pretty sure all of which were new to me. So that was a big one. Otherwise, I tend to stick to
And then Minos. I didn't play any new games.
And Minos, yeah. I tend to stick to my collection and play the games that I want to play.
My collection. I hate learning games.
She doesn't like learning games, and
I don't mind learning from someone that has played the game a lot and they can like teach you instead of reading from a rule book and learning together.
Yeah, learning together sucks. I really hate it. And I usually will have, if it's just me learning, I just tell whoever's teaching, just give me a quick rundown. I'll ask you questions throughout the game and figure it out. Because honestly, we've played so many games at this point, you kind of understand most. That's why there's a format of, a forum with mechanisms of thousands of games in each mechanism. So they kind of have formats that they follow with each other. Sometimes you mix mechanisms, still fine. Not that crazy. There are a few games that will throw a loop and
use the victory point thing for something crazy. I hate that.
Yeah, or like they will use the lightning symbol, which in most games is an immediate action to mean something else. And it's just like little stuff like that might throw you off, but in general, I'm fine. So, yeah, 8 new games. I'm pretty sure most of which were that one day. Okay. I tried to track time this year. I was trying to track time.
We've never done that before.
I've never done that before. I was okay for like the first 2-ish weeks. And then I gave up for a week. And this last week, the last half of this week, I've been trying to get back to it so that I can have a more accurate representation of the hours spent at the table playing games, which is 67 hours, which is honestly, I don't know if that's right. Because one of the games that I played this month, my favorite, one
You
of my
didn't track
favorites.
that one.
Yes, I did.
Time-wise?
Yep. 6:45.
You left your phone on for that long?
Timing for, yeah. I played Twilight Imperium 4E. I don't know why I said the E part, but Twilight Imperium. That took, it was a 6 hour and 45-ish minute game. And
That's actually not bad.
it's not horrible. We did pretty well. And I will say we did like, okay, we got to a point where we knew someone was winning. There was nothing I made the last attempt to stop it from happening. I failed. And so the game was essentially over. But we really only skipped maybe 30 minutes worth of time of playing the game just to end the phase and then have him get to the scoring phase and win. So, but I'm also tracking locations this year. 4 locations. Here at home was most of our plays. Black Potion was a decent amount of the plays. And this is how I'm going to segue to the next topic. A lot of the other plays were at FleetCon. So if you're a San Antonio local gamer, you know, probably you've heard of FleetCon.
Yep. Game
convention that goes on here. I think they always do twice a year, and it's been going for a while. But
yeah, winter and summer.
yeah. We got to go together this January for the winter one.
The winter one is always around my birthday.
Yeah.
So we get really lucky with family that will come in town and watch our babies for us so that I can enjoy.
Yep. So we got to go together and play a bunch of games there. One of which was SETI, which that was really cool. Some of the like game highlights for FleetCon. I honestly think my highlight for FleetCon, I got to play Inventions there. Scheduled game with Derek of 210 GameCon, who's a very cool person. And that was probably my highlight for the con. What was your, or for the game highlights?
For the con for game highlights?
Yeah.
Probably Aquatica.
That was really high up there for me too. Yeah.
That was just with people that we don't really get to game with a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever sat down and played like an actual game day with any of them. You usually just went to someone else's house.
Yeah.
So it was really cool being able to do that and play that game because nobody else will play it with me because I love it.
Right here.
It is.
So I have some buddies that I met a long time ago, years ago, but our lives have kind of sent us into different directions. Still nice to see them.
Who all have come back to congregate in one area again.
Which is always at the GameCon or FleetCon. So they saw me there, flagged me down, and whoa, you guys are here too? Wow, I thought we were all gone. Let's play a game. So that was Aquatica because one of our friends apparently loves that game a lot. Got his hands on the new expansion, which is the Coral Reef expansion.
It's not a new expansion. It's been out for a bit.
Has it?
Mm-hmm.
It's the newest.
It's the newest one, yes.
The newest expansion, the Coral Reef expansion, which I will say, I had doubts about that expansion.
Why?
When I saw it online, I was like, man, whatever, man. I really enjoyed the way that it added to the game.
I really like that it adds without like adding something significant.
Seamless addition to the game.
It just, you gain another thing when you're gaining a card and it goes on your board. It didn't change the boards in any way. It like added another scoring mechanic at the end, but it wasn't too crazy. I really like when expansions do that instead of adding a whole new mechanic.
Yeah.
For example, Ark Nova and Marine Worlds. It added a whole new symbol and mechanic. Couple mechanics to the game. And it like, cool, but like also
it's just a little bit extra.
A
little bit extra to learn.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
So.
But I also think Ark Nova is heavier in general, but
well, yeah.
That's whatever. But Aquatica is a good pick. That was pretty close, but
that was probably my favorite.
I love Inventions, and I wish I could play it much more. So.
And then obviously, I really enjoyed just hanging out with Derek and Aubrey.
Yes. So the rest of so pretty much all of FleetCon, we spent hanging out with the folks from 210, Derek and Aubrey, and some of their family, and that was really cool.
Some of my favorite people.
Yeah, we played games. all day Saturday, a
We
little
played
bit
SETI with
Friday.
him. We played Encyclopedia
SETI,
and we played Harmonies. We played
Encyclopedia,
all three of these with
Played
him.
Harmonies. Yeah. And FlynnCon always has ridiculously cool raffles, which I did not win.
We never do.
But if you know me, you know I love gambling and poker. They did this this event. They had a challenge called the Poker Chip Challenge. Was basically you visit each vendor. You have to meet a requirement at each of them, which was mostly spend money. Some of them were a few dollars to basically whatever the price of their cheapest item was on the table, right? But either way, you go around the vendors, you get a very cool thing from them. You get a poker chip, you collect all the poker chips, and then you get a bunch of free raffle tickets. We did not win the raffles, unfortunately, but it was still really cool to do that. And it kind of made it more of a game to interact with the vendors.
And every time we're at FlynnCon, Aubrey's mom always wins something.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm a little bit jealous.
This time she won, it was like a chess game.
She wanted to win Flamecraft.
She did not.
The all-in,
Flamecraft.
but yeah, I'm assuming a lot of people wanted to win that.
But one of the last FlynnCons that we went to, they ended up winning Tidal Blades, which was the one that we were looking at.
Yes.
And we were like,
they had it again this year, and we really wanted to win it, but we didn't get to win it this time. It's fine. We have 3 friends who have copies, so we'll get to play it. That's very cool. But yeah, and then otherwise at FlynnCon, we got this really cool spinning thing. It's a component carousel type thing.
From Box to Board.
Box to Board.
We have shown his products before on our channel because we like them and we enjoy them. With SETI, we actually use one of them to hold all of our components and the cards just to make it easier and central between us.
Yep.
They're so nice. Actually, let me go grab one.
And Kenzie's back. There's some stuff on the table now. So we'll start with the thing I was talking about. This is the one of Box to Board's products. It is a Lazy Susan component holder carousel thing. And why I'm struggling. So a few things. He's got these that he prints. Component holders.
Oh, I didn't even grab a card holder.
Very cool. And why I struggle to get it out, they are magnetized. So he does them in these different amounts. You have like a 4, a 3, a 2, and a 1, so you can hold different amounts of components. And then it's got this carousel, Lazy Susan that he also printed. And they all go on there, so you can spin, you have access to all the stuff easily. They also have built-in magnets. So they have a little arrow. I might have to take a picture of this, but they have a little arrow that shows you where the magnets' polarities are or whatever scientific thing it is. And you click them in. Was that the arrow? Yeah. And you click them into each other. And it spins. So you can access all your components. That was very cool. Another very cool vendor there. Onward Adventure.
These are mine. These are little gifts that he got
Little
me.
gifts. It's a dice keychain.
Me a cute little keychain with some dice on it.
And a little
Wine stopper.
a little wine stopper thing.
Topper stopper thing.
That's made out of a D20. Very cool.
Very cute. And it's
got
purple. It's my favorite color.
Yes.
Dwayne will never play purple when he's with me.
Wow.
What?
Dwayne's not watching this. I'm going to tell him not to just so he doesn't get mad. But yeah, and then these really cool dice on the keychain. Very cool. I'm going to show yours.
I don't know where you got these from.
I do.
He got me Kindle stickers.
Well, they're not Kindle stickers specifically. They're just
my Kindle
they're
stickers.
very cool stickers that you put on her Kindle. They're from Sticker Shock.
They're reading stickers.
Also one of the
so
vendors from FlynnCon. So yeah, those are the ones I got her specifically. I got her like a little plant, and I got her some book themed ones.
And then if you watch anime, which we do, I have my favorite little anime bae. And that is Shoto Todoroki.
Yeah, from My
I
Hero.
love him. I will get him tattooed on my body at some point. He's going to
Yeah.
give me a frame for it next.
And that's this print and a lot of cool art that you can find that's like this. Yeah, I don't know if you can't see the card.
We'll show a
but it's
picture of it.
Ian D. Walker. He participates in the local cons too. Very cool. And last but not least, I don't know if this is probably fine to show on YouTube. It's just a knife, right? It's a tool at the end of the day. But there was a new vendor there, Zachary Clayton Designs. He's a blacksmith, which is the coolest profession, the coolest thing that you can be in the world. And I got this really cool knife from him. I'm going to have to put a picture up here so you can see how cool it is because the lighting is not working here. But this is all what's it called? Hand-forged steel that he did
I
himself.
think this one is what, a 3-layer?
It's a 3-layer of hand-forged steel that he did himself. G10, I think he said. I don't know. That's some kind of steel, whatever. But very cool. And the handle is he outsources the material from a guy who hunts for tree burl stuff, dyes them, processes them basically, and then he makes handles. Zachary will make handles out of them. So yeah, I'll put a picture up because you probably can't see it from the camera. But the handle is made out of the processed and dyed tree burl. It's got these really cool like red and green hues in it, and so smoothly attached to the blade handle and to the blade itself. It's really cool.
It's a pretty blade, and he's already cut himself with it.
I did cut myself with it, and that I think is a testament to how great the blade is.
But overall, FlinkCon
was awesome.
was a lot of
Definitely
fun.
like highlight of the month for us in the board gaming world.
So my board game highlight of the month.
Yeah, just personally for yourself now.
Well, FlinkCon was really fun. My highlight of the month was obviously just SETI. This game, it's very funny because, like I said, I don't really like learning new games. So how many times did you ask me to play this? Probably 4 or 5 times.
So I played it 4 times last year within like 10 days, which I thought was a lot for games because we.
And then it was
don't
his
do that.
number 1 game of 2024.
After the first play, I said, "Hey, you need to play this game. I know you're gonna love it." And she was like, "I don't want to learn." And then I asked her each time I was gonna play it afterwards if she wanted to play. If she also wanted to, "Hey, come on, you want to play the game? You want to play the game?" No. To the point where I think she was doing it out of spite because I kept annoying her about it.
And then the boys came over and they were like, "We want to play SETI." And I was like, "Okay, we can do it for game night. That's fine." So Sebastian taught me how to play, and I kind of fell in love. We played it how many times within a week?
In 1 week?
Yeah. I played it like 4 or 5 times in a week.
I think it was like, in 1 week we played it like 4 or 5 times.
And the mechanics can change every time because there's going to be different aliens. There's so many different paths you can take in this game to gain points and different things that you can do that it's like every single time is going to be different.
Yes.
The cards obviously give it some randomization. So the cards that you're drawing is going to force you down paths. The end game objectives are going to force you down different paths. And I just think that
the setup of the galaxy, of the solar
really,
system,
really cool,
it's always different. So
that one is like it's big for every single game, but it's like you don't really notice it while you're playing.
No, because
you're just kind of focused on where you can go and what you can do.
So something that I tend to not like is when game publishers, designer, or manufacturers, whatever, they add a electronic component to a game. What CGE did, they have a website that you visit. There's a QR code in the rulebook. You scan the QR code.
Don't ever lose the rulebook.
Takes you to the website. You click a button, and it randomizes the solar system for you.
To make it like even.
To make setup easy and balanced.
There you go. That's the word that I was looking for that I couldn't get to. Thanks.
Balanced?
Yeah.
And it just makes setup such a non-event that there's no barrier for us, especially now after 10 plays, no barrier for us to pull this game out and play it.
I will say, though, the one drawback is the dang technology tiles. Honestly, if we could like 3D print a little thing that holds them on top of the board and you just put it back into it with a little topper at the end.
They can stay organized. Yeah, that is, and it's not obviously not an issue with the gameplay or the game itself. It's just that's the one annoying thing about setup is, and it's a little bit our fault because we throw them all in the same bag at the end. But I feel like if they're all
I think
in,
it's gonna be the same.
yeah, if they're in 4
regardless.
different bags, the color or 3 different bags, the colors, you're still gonna have to organize anyway. So we just do them all in one bag anyway.
But yeah, I absolutely love this game. I'm glad he got it at PAX. And yeah, here we are. It took me a bit to play it.
PAX of last year, by the way, which
It only took me a month to play it.
I think the recap is not happening at this point.
What?
I'll announce it now. Anyways, SETI's a good one. That's a great highlight of the month. Mine is going to be Inventions because, like I said, I love that game. I got to play it at 4 players, so very cool. This, again, is a very close second in that regard. And now we have February to look forward to.
I already have one of my favorite plays for February.
So spoilers, today is February 2nd
Mm-hmm.
when we're recording this. I'm going to look it up.
We've played 2 games this month.
Okay, so I just wanted to confirm. We are in February. It is February 2nd. We have played 2 games this month. Not on track at a game a day. Not on track to beat January. But the 2 games we have played have been big, meaty games. And you're going to find out what they are.
If you follow us on Instagram,
During
you already know.
Yeah, if you follow Instagram, you already saw. Otherwise, come back for the February wrap-up, and we'll talk about
My
those.
favorite play. Okay, I guess I can't really say my favorite play, but I already have a really good highlight.
You have your number
for
one. You
February.
already know which one it is so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's only been 2, so.
Yeah. And otherwise, I think all we can say. Do you have anything gaming goals that you want to get done in February in the next?
Not really in February, more for like the year. I really want to hit like 400 played games.
That's a big one. That is a big deal.
We haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I think we had. Let me look.
I don't know why, but the last like month, 2 months, I have been very, very like, hey, let's play games. Hey, let's play games. I've asked you to play games more than you've asked me.
And yes, she has. She has been trying to get me to play games.
And big games, too, to appease my lovely husband. Because he will not play small games with me. Although you did play Queen's Garden the other day.
Queen's Garden we played.
And we played a lot of Harmonies.
We played Harmonies.
But that was twice at FlameCon.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, we're both in this in the like we kind of have our established tastes and we want to play the games that we want to play and that we like to play. So unfortunately for me, that's tends to be the more big meatier games. But our biggest year in the 6 years I've been tracking, actually, oh my gosh, it might be 8 years now since we're in 2025. 2018 is when I've been tracking. So 7 years that I've been tracking.
That's crazy.
Our biggest year was 2023 with 323 games.
Really?
Had we met the boys yet? Had we met the
23, yeah.
Okay.
That's when we started hanging out with them was, I think, December of 22.
Oh, yeah. 21 games with Kev, 30 with Dwayne.
Maybe it was the end of...
It was towards the end of that year.
End of 23.
Yeah. So, honestly, I mean, if we get to 400, that's awesome, just in general, because that will means we played a lot of games over the year. It will be our new personal best score, which I feel like working on a goal like that over a year where there's no takebacks. If a day is gone, a day is gone, you know? Yeah. If we can do that, that'd be cool. I think personally, it's a goal for the month, but it's a goal for the year.
Yeah.
I want to play Twilight once a month. So at the beginning of February so far, I'm saying it. I've not played Twilight yet.
Yes, you have. Oh, in February?
Nope, not in February. I would like to play
more
Twilight
the second
Imperium
day.
this month. Ring-a-ding-a-ding for any people who would like to do that. Just cut out just one whole day of the month. It's fine. You have 10,000 more days. Just give me one of them.
One of them every single month.
Just one a month. Yeah. But anyways, you have anything else?
No, I think that's it for me. January was a good month.
January
and happy birthday
was
to me.
January
I got
was
to play a lot of games.
yes. January was a great month. Happy birthday to Kenzie. She's a very young,
45.
healthy looking 45, and we're just gonna keep on trucking for the rest of the year playing games.
It's going to be really sad.
What?
When I actually turn 45.
Don't be sad. It'll be cool. We'll have played 10. We'll have over 10,000 plays by then. That'll be cool. But anyways, thanks for being here with us and listening to us talk about our January and games and stuff. And if you like this and want to see more from us, then subscribe. You won't see as much of her.
Hit that alert button.
You won't see as much of her. She doesn't tend to hang around for the normal content, but for
Someone's got to watch the kids.
some of the special stuff we do, the wrap-ups, she'll probably be in them. So thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.